And welcome again to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. It is a Friday evening, and I tell you what, we're glad to be back with you on another edition of the show. And I tell you what, we have an exciting show lined up for you tonight. And all of you that are listening across the United States, California is still daylight out there, and all the people in Tennessee and other places and in the East Coast. Hey, we're glad to be back with you tonight, and tell somebody to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Hey, that talk show with special guests and hot topics to talk about. Hey, we're on the air live, and I tell you what, we've got a great show again lined up for you tonight, and you don't want to miss it. Tell somebody right now. Josh, good evening.
Good evening, Bob. Good evening, everybody out there watching, listening, wherever you may be, however you may be checking us out on tonight. Definitely appreciate y'all joining us on a Friday night, Friday, March 7th edition, 2025 of the show. And like Bob said, got special guests coming up in the next hour. But now we got some topics we want to get to here in the next few minutes, man. But looking forward to talking with y'all. Come on in the room. Those of y'all, yes, we are on back-to-back nights. I know some of y'all are like, what is this? What's going on? Y'all are on again? Yeah. Yeah, we are, man. So appreciate y'all continuing to come in.
It's been a while since we've been able to come on back-to-back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the last time. Yeah, it's been a while, definitely.
Hey, we're back tonight, and we've got a great show. You never know. We may be back tomorrow night. We may be back Sunday. Yeah. Sunday night or whatever. You never know.
That's true.
Talk Back Live is on the air. And hey, we've got some things to discuss tonight. And Josh, this is a hot topic, a couple of things. And then we got a special guest. Folks, you don't want to miss this special guest tonight. When he comes on, he's got some great things that you need to hear and you want to talk about. And he's very informative coming up after the 8 o'clock hour tonight.
Yes, sir.
So stick around. All right, Josh. Well, I think I've said enough. And let's get it on. What's the phone number to people to call?
Yes,
they want to call. You want to call? Leave a message on Facebook Live or on what is it? We're on Facebook tonight, and we're also on YouTube. We're at YouTube Live tonight as well, and on Facebook Live. You want to leave a message? We'll be glad to read your messages and what you have to say concerning certain topics. And the phone lines are open, Josh.
Yes, sir.
And the phone number is, just in case they want to call,
706-250-6252.
706?
Yes, sir. 250-6252. So it's on the screen as well.
Yeah.
If y'all want to join the conversation with us and what we're about to talk about. So.
All right, Josh. I think we've said enough. Let's get it on.
All right, let's do it.
Pop the sheets. And in the headlines today, we've got well, I know many of you, if not all of you that are listening, and those that will be listening and coming on the show in just a minute, you've been to hotels, I'm pretty sure, and you spend the night, or you spend a few days, or you spend a week, you go on vacation around the world, Hawaii, United States, and cities, and you try to pick your best spot to where you'll stay. You know, if you can't stay with relatives, you stay in a hotel and you want it to be decent and good. Well, some things just don't work out right. Let's talk about it. Josh, we got a topic tonight that a lot of people maybe don't know about, or they maybe heard it and didn't think it was true. But tonight, starting off, we've got a topic we're going to talk about as far as when you go to a hotel. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about the people that clean the hotel? What do they do? What they're required to do? What do they have to do to make sure things are right? for you and I and for everybody else that are customers when they check in, especially if they stay at these exclusive or well-named hotels that cost as much as $145 or $200 a night.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, you expect the best that you can get when you stay at any hotel across the country and wherever you may be going. Well, this story tells us about something that you ought to be aware of. And hey, you probably would never go back to that hotel again if it all depends on you, if you know what they're doing and what they're not doing.
Yes, this is true. Now,
yeah,
it's a great setup for it, man. So it's kind of crazy. Like, with things like this, you don't think about, okay, you just assume, especially if it's a nice hotel, right, that they're going to do what they need to do. Okay, I booked my reservation. When I go in, it's going to be fresh.
Right.
Ain't nothing like walking in a hotel room. It smells good. The sheets are laid. The room is nice and cool. I like it cool. You know what I mean? Walk in, it's relaxed. You can just lay down and not worry about any germs or anything like that. Or do you? Or is it as worse as we could possibly imagine?
Well, I mean, it can look nice on the surface, but let's get it's a brief video we have. Let's play it, Josh. And when we come back, we want to hear from you on what you think about this, and be careful what you do and where you go. Take a look and a listen to this, and we'll be back.
When you stay at a hotel, you expect fresh, clean sheets. But how would you know for sure? Well, our investigative team came up with a simple, kind of ingenious test. They rented a hotel room, checked out, and then the next day checked into the exact same room under a different name. Did house cleaning change the sheets? Here's Ann Mercogliano with the great Inside Edition hotel sheet test.
We got to wondering, do hotels always change sheets when new guests check in? We booked ourselves into 9 hotel rooms, and each time we sprayed this harmless, washable fluorescent paint onto the bedsheet using this stencil. You can't tell anything is written there, but turn on our UV lights and presto, there it is. I slept here, glowing bold and bright. At the Candlewood Inn and Suites in Manhattan, we sure left our mark.
Oh, wow, there it is. I slept here, nice and big.
Then we checked out. It should have been clear to any maid that the bed had been slept in. The next day, we booked the exact same room, but under a different name. Last night, we rechecked in. Let's take a look. These should be clean sheets. Let's see. Disgusting. These sheets are dirty. Look at this. I'm the manager up here. I'm Ann Mercogliano with Inside Edition. We want to just show you something on the bed.
Okay.
This sheet hasn't been changed. Why weren't the sheets changed?
Okay, I expect them to be changed every day, and that is a policy of our property.
Was it just a simple mistake, or is this a common occurrence? A little secret in the hotel?
I slept here.
At this La Quinta Inn and Suites, not far from Central Park, we did it again, spraying "I slept here" on the bed sheet. And when we returned under a new reservation, here we go. Look at what we found. And the proof is in the paint. Take a look at this. This is disgusting. Change the sheets, and I need a manager.
That's crazy.
Hi, how are you? I have to shut the light. When he arrived at our room, he brought a maid with him. She claimed she cleaned the sheet.
I mean, there's no words for me to say. We expect our housekeepers to change the sheets.
At this Residence Inn by Marriott, a hotel rated 1 diamond by the AAA, we sprayed the word yuck on the top sheet.
Now, one diamond is supposed to be like really good.
Oh yeah, top of the class.
Yeah. So surely they would have clean sheets.
There it is. Yuck.
And then I slept here on the bottom sheets.
And this one's going right on the pillow.
And for the pillows, how about the Inside Edition logo? The results light up the room. Let's see what happens when we check in the next day under a different name.
Let's check the pillows. All right. Looks like they changed the pillowcases.
Okay, good. Pillowcase is clean.
Let's check the top sheet. Maybe it's clean.
Oh no.
And yuck. Exactly. This is a dirty sheet.
No.
Let's check the bottom sheet.
Oh.
Okay. Another dirty sheet.
They didn't
I
change
slept
nothing.
Here. This is absolutely disgusting.
Disgusting.
At first, the manager didn't want to talk about it.
They got the manager in there.
Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to cut the camera, please.
Why weren't the sheets changed? And we know those sheets weren't changed.
Make it a custom to change every checkout room
Yeah.
sheet. However, I do not know what happened in this situation. I will have to get you my general manager.
Okay, but we could have slept on dirty sheets tonight. What do you think about that? In your hotel.
Not to make you
She turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
She said, I ain't
Yeah.
studying you in them sheets.
Let's finish. Yeah.
No, like,
Oh, that's finished.
well, I'm talking
Yeah.
to
Okay.
her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the manager walked away.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all can see, but so the lady's talking and she's walking and
Yeah.
all that. And she's like, I understand and all this stuff. But what do you think? We just slept on some dirty sheets. She
Wow.
just turned around and got on the elevator.
in your hotel. Next time you stay at a
Wow.
hotel, you might want to bring your own sheets.
Just gross.
Well, I ain't doing
The
that.
Marriott
What are you paying for?
I ain't bringing my own sheets. That's crazy.
Okay.
Corporation apologized. All the hotels told us they take great pride in high standards throughout their hotels and that they take this issue very seriously, saying they have taken immediate action to ensure this doesn't happen again. All told, 3 out of the 9 hotel rooms we checked had dirty sheets. Meantime, if you're concerned your hotel sheets might not always be clean, you can just ask housekeeping to bring you fresh ones.
Okay.
So is
Wow.
that so? Basically, it sounds like if you go to a room, even if it looks made up and everything, ask for housekeeping anyway, and have them change it anyway.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't
though.
be like
when people get off the road and you're traveling,
Yeah.
like we go on the road, we travel. You go 200-300 miles, and you ready to relax. You don't think anything about dirty sheets. Let's get a pair of get a set of new sheets and put them on ourselves. I mean, you don't think about that.
Yeah.
It's the job of the people that work in the hotel to change those sheets every night.
Yeah.
Because you never know who slept on those sheets the night before. Oh, it is disgusting to hear this situation about them not changing the bed sheets and the pillowcases when old customers check out, and then somebody else, a new customer, comes in and have to, listen to this, lay on the same sheets that a stranger laid on the night before.
But check this out, though. I guess to me, and I'm surprised with some of y'all. So I'm looking at the comments. Shout out to y'all coming in the comments. I mean,
yes,
put it on the screen for everybody else to see as well. But Kelly Reddick said, "What's good, M&M Mafia? What's going on?" Vicky says, "Hello." She says, "Bed bugs."
Oh, terrible.
A picture of a bug on there. Verdell says, "Not surprised." It's not surprised.
Why
at
are you
all.
not surprised, Verdell? I mean, maybe he's had a issue or something.
Well, the way
Verdell,
people
you can
are.
maybe leave us a message or something. Why are you not surprised? I mean,
And Vicky says they might as well show every hotel around the world. So have we lost faith in the hotel industry to the point where we expect this? Is this
Josh, you remember, Josh? We have on a couple of occasions, during traveling, went to hotels and then find out that the bed, we took the covers back off the bed in the room, and they were wrinkled and they looked dirty. And then come to find out they did not clean that room at all. and the management had to come in. We were getting off the road late at night and coming in, and the beds, the smell, the sheets were wrinkled. It wasn't pulled tight.
I'm gonna tell you
it was terrible.
I'm gonna tell you what's even worse than all that, and that's bad. Is when you see the dirty, like the dead skin particles.
Oh God!
In the bed, like you know that somebody else is behind and legs, and hair and dirty mouth and nose and everything is just all over.
And you
that.
got to lay on the same pillow and the pillowcase that somebody else slobbered on the night before.
Slobbered all on his sneeze and
it is terrible to even think about.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Just think about that, y'all. Now, have y'all, because I guess to me, ever since like COVID and all that, I haven't even been as high on hotel rooms as I used to be. Like, it used to be cool to go somewhere and like, I'm going to a hotel.
Yeah, get reservation before we get there. Yeah. And we spend the night at nice hotels. Yeah. But I mean, this hotel here is one of the best. Yeah. It's supposedly, it's not bad. What was the name now?
I think it was Residence Inn.
Yeah, we stayed at those hotels, probably different places, and Holiday Inn and
Comfort
the
Inn
Hyatt, and all those big hotels. And and one hotel we stayed in years ago, I think it was in Valdosta, Georgia, where we found out there was a dirty room there, and we thought it was a nice hotel, which it was pretty on the outside, but we came there late and the beds were dirty.
Now, I remember
they switched rooms.
I remember Hilton was awesome though.
Yeah,
it was a Hilton. I think it was Birmingham. That was amazing. But
it was
shout out to Hilton. But
Hilton, Birmingham.
But yeah, man, y'all coming in with the comments fast now. Let me see. Rodell says, "I have seen housekeeping in action." Yeah, and what else he say here? Vicky said, "Folks are trifling." This is true.
Well, I mean, she's telling the truth because there are some people that we've seen when they come in the hotel rooms, and they were just as trifling and like they didn't want to be there, but they don't realize that the people that spend money to stay in those hotels are paying them, helping them to get their salaries and all that stuff. So, I mean, when you go there, you want whatever, you want it. You want nice service. Who wants to sleep on dirty sheets, pillowcases? And I hated the fact that when you go to a hotel, I've seen the attendant, what do they call them? The attendant that clean the housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping.
Yeah, when they come in the room and change your sheets and all that, when we were going to stay another night, they come in, change the sheets the next morning. And, because we're there, they do it. But then they put I never liked this. They would put the same, what is it called? The cover.
Oh, the comforter.
The comforter.
Yeah.
And the blankets. They would put those same blankets right back up on top of the sheets. I mean, to me, that's no different.
Look, Verdell said exactly what you said. He said they never changed the comforter either.
No, they never.
Imagine how nasty it is.
And somebody would come in, they just as nasty as all outdoors, and they jump on the bed. What do? They jump on the comforters. And roll around, and you never know what they're doing on the comforter. Yeah. But yet they put the same comforter back on the bed for you and I to come in and lay and expect to germs.
Hey,
That's why I always like to carry a can of Lysol.
I was about to say, did you get a comment that said that?
Yeah.
Because you did. Because I was about to say, y'all right on step here.
So, I didn't see that.
I got you, Verdell. He said this a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I keep a bottle of Lysol with me, says Verdell.
I have to, Verdell.
Kelly at Arkansas, he says, I Lysol the entire room once I get there. Oh,
yeah, but that's a shame, though, that you have to have that.
Yeah.
When you go to a room, you pay $150 a night.
Yeah.
Or, or $200 a night or whatever. I don't care if it's $70 a night. I mean, if you're a hotel, you got other people coming in after those people. That's why they wash the sheets. That's why the housekeeping is there. Housekeeping's not there just to come and retighten the sheets on the bed from the people that slept the night before.
Mm-hmm.
They're there to change and to keep the hotel clean so that other people wouldn't have to come in and lay down on the sheets the people got up and left the night before. I mean, come on. I mean, there are some people that just don't take baths. They don't take showers. I mean, they stink.
Yeah.
And then they come in and lay on the sheets, and then the housekeeping come in, just tighten them up and leave them on and just pull the blanket or whatever, the quilt or whatever, back up on the bed.
But I'm gonna tell you, and I didn't notice so many people did this, but I know my dad Bob here has always done that with Lysol.
Oh,
I mean, no matter where we go, my whole life, he got that can or two cans, just to make sure on deck. Throughout the years, but it seems like stuff has gotten worse, man.
Yeah, I mean, you go in the room, you think about the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
The people that were there the night before, they touched all over the remote. You don't know where it's been. Yeah. So I have to spray it down, man. I wipe it off. I don't want to, everybody's fingerprints probably on that remote for the last year.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
It's despicable. It's inexcusable.
What do you think, folks? 706.
Yes, sir. 250-6252.
If you'd like to call us and give your opinion, has this ever happened to you?
Yes.
Or did you ever think about it happening? Or you just trust, the hotels when you go and you pay your $100, your $150, or whatever it is, you just trust the hotel that they're going to have everything nice, everything's going to be decent and in order, everything's going to be clean. I'd like to trust the people when you pay your money that everything's going to be nice. But it is not that way anymore, because those people behind the front desk, the management, those people don't change the sheets.
Mm.
They have housekeepers that go up and make sure the room is clean. And I saw Vicky, I think, mention a few minutes ago, what about the bathrooms?
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff, the bathrooms, the hanging area where you hang your clothes, the closet, or whatever you have in your room. I mean, it's disgusting.
Now, look,
think about the hotels, Josh. We say some of the hotels we lived in had 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms and a living room area, a kitchen.
Those are the ones I like.
Yeah. I mean, then you go in there and then the dishes, they want you to use their dishes.
And never.
And it's not clean.
Well, and you don't know. Look, even if they look all right.
Right.
I ain't trusting, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I ain't trusting the dishes in a hotel room.
No, ever.
The glasses and the plates. I ain't using that. We getting paper plates. We getting plastic.
Eat out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
We using napkins.
Thank the Lord. I just don't trust it,
Yeah. It ain't.
And some of the hotels we went in, they look good. And then when you look and look at it, you say, "Oh Lord, this is not clean." I mean, and the carpet, you spend all that money, and the carpet, you can tell the carpet has not been clean.
Yeah.
Some of the hotels, a lot of hotels you go into, you can smell that good smelling stuff they spray. And I wish I knew where I get my hands.
Yeah, it seems like only hotels have it.
Yeah, and man, those rooms smell so good.
Yeah, I do like
but there are some of them, man. I mean, it just smells like you're outside in the summertime and the rain that's falling and you feel the humidity and it's just wet.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Now, let me ask y'all something.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to read some of the comments. So many come in. Bob, you done fired up the audience here. But look,
people need to know.
Yeah, and people with their own experiences. But I'm going to ask y'all this. All this aside, right? Mm-hmm. Are there certain hotel chains that you just trust? Like, is it like what place would you say would be the best hotel experience you've had?
Yeah.
Is it in the United States? Is it any of these Comfort Inns?
What?
Or was it a Super 8 or a Motel 6? Was that the best you had?
Some of you'd be surprised though, Josh. Some of those places, like what is it, Super 8?
I ain't seen them in so long. Motel 6. They leave the light on for you.
No.
You don't trust. They said that
Nah, they can leave the lights on all they want. I'm not going to Motel 6.
You'd rather go to Super 8 than a Motel 6.
I take my chances on a Super 8. And we've had to do that before because we looked all over town one night and and tried to find a good hotel. And the only place was left was Super 8.
Yeah.
I said, oh my goodness. So anyway, we went there to stay. It was pretty decent.
Yeah.
That
particular one.
They had that one, yeah.
Yeah.
They had the room clean and everything. So, but folks, I'm telling you, some of these hotels, I don't care if they got a good name behind them. It depends on the workers that are there.
Yeah.
Are they too lazy to do their job, to clean the roof? Yeah.
And I still want to know what hotels gave y'all a good experience. Just name them in the comments, too. But Verdell said Drury Inn was pretty cool.
I remember. Wait a minute. It wasn't there a Drury in Memphis, Tennessee?
Yeah. I think it was on Perk. Was that? No, that was Sycamore View.
Sycamore View Hotel.
It's still there's another name now.
Yeah.
From when I last I think it's a Comfort Inn now.
Is
but
it?
I remember that one, on Sycamore View. It's a huge hotel. Like it's got
it is.
The big see-through elevator. And they had the good breakfast in there last I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we went there a long time ago. You was small.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, and we were traveling to Memphis before we moved to Memphis. And you were small, and we were staying there, and they were kind enough. You wanted to play your game.
My Nintendo 64. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Do y'all remember Nintendo 64?
Oh, my goodness.
I had the Star Fox. I had the 007. I had the Madden and NBA Live. Y'all know Nintendo 64.
Yeah, and I went down to the management and talked to them, and they were able to bring a
big
video,
TV.
big
a TV
up. Yeah,
it was because they had to have the TV with the red, yellow connector.
Right, so you can hook your
hook it
games
to
into it.
Yeah,
and they brought it up so you can play your games in the room. That was nice of them to do.
Very well.
Yeah, so we've had some very good experiences in hotels. And we've had some bad ones.
Yeah,
we've had it to where we just had to get up and leave the hotel.
Have you seen
one place? Like I told you,
yeah,
one place the room was filthy. It was, and so it was. Oh gosh, 2:00 in the morning, 2 a.m. folks. The room was dirty, and we called the manager and talked to the other guy that the people down there said, well, the manager's not here. So we tried to say, you got to get a hold of it. So the manager eventually came up to the room and saw it. And he assigned he had them to come up and clean up another room and took their time to clean it up and refreshing it, put new sheets and everything in the room. And then on top of that, the manager said, I'm going to refund your money. You can spend the night free.
Yeah.
Now that's good service.
Yeah, you can say that again.
That's good service. Yeah.
You ain't gonna see too many doing that.
They don't want to.
They don't want to.
I mean, if they knew what's good, if they know what's good for business, those same people or somebody else may hear about what they did and it'll keep bringing them good business.
Let's see. Verdell says non-American owned hotels are the worst. Greg says that Drury Inn is called American Inn or something like that. He said it kind of sucks now.
Oh, really?
Now I know what is terrible. What's that one? I think it's further down Sycamore View on the right. It's been like, because we in Georgia, that was some
Holiday
years
Inn?
No. Like further down, like on the right, it's look like a motel. It's all on one level. I think it's America's Best Value Inn or something like that. All I know it's bad.
Is it?
It's to the point you don't even want to go there because crime and stuff. It might be closed down now.
Yeah, but places like that need if the hotel don't want to be a hotel and want to do their job, satisfy their customers, they need to close their doors. I mean, why are you there?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's terrible. That's why a lot of times if I go, I call way ahead of time before we leave home and make reservations so that we'll be able to, get our room and stuff. I remember one time we went to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, Dallas.
And went there, and we had drove there, as a matter of fact. Finally got to the hotel and went there, and there was one guy, and he gave me, almost the worst night I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, dude was off the chain.
Yeah, he was terrible. He was the owner or the manager or somebody.
Yeah.
And then I told him, we were praying.
Mm-hmm.
You and y'all were praying, and then all of a sudden, while I'm talking to him, he was angry, and then all of a sudden he changed his mind. A different expression come over his face.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Suddenly he said, "Oh, I am sorry." He said, "Let me get the best room I can get you," and he did.
That man did
He changed it. He did
a 180, whatever you want to say.
He turned all the way around
instantly. It was weird.
And that was in Dallas. And he changed his mind and gave us the best room. And it was really, really nice. And it wasn't the room that we asked for, but it was bigger. It was nicer. And he kept calling us and making sure everything was right. And I think he gave us some things for free.
Yeah.
So
and he told us to bring him some Memphis barbecue.
Yeah,
with that accent.
Memphis barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
I don't think we ever did. By the way,
nah, we
coming all the way. But anyway, shout out the dude.
He wanted us to come back again. We go
to
Dallas, but we didn't go back there. No, we didn't go back to that hotel. Yeah. But anyway,
memories.
Oh God.
Let me go through these. There's so many comments I haven't read yet. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's see.
Give us your opinion. Have you ever stayed in a hotel?
We only got so much time, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Our special guest will be on in just a little bit. It's got a little time.
Yeah.
Our special guests come on. You don't want to miss our special guests coming up past the top of the hour. Man, does this guy got something to tell you. So you want to stick around, and you do not want to miss this. It is a need that most of us will have, and families will have when you have big events. You've got to stick around for this. Is coming up past the top of the hour. Yeah, Josh.
So just reading some of these real quick. We'll try to fly through these. Vicky said, "That's right. I pay for great service." Greg says, "Man, I've stayed in several hotels and motels. I service that he serviced, the job that he does.
Right.
And some of them, I'm not even sure, are still in business."
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Verdell says, "The thing is, they don't care. They just want your money." Vicky says, "They stink, Bob."
They do. Some of them do. They literally stink.
Yeah. I'd be so mad.
Even though it's a nice hotel. Here it goes. It goes back to the attendants, what do you call them? That clean the room.
The housekeeper.
It goes back to them. And this is very important, why the management should check up on these rooms that these people clean, or whoever the supervisor is over those people.
You know what else?
Make sure that they're up to par.
You know what else? And I'm going to throw this at you. They need to pay him better.
Well,
because unhappy.
But is that an excuse?
Unhappy. It's not an excuse.
No.
But unhappy workers ain't going to give a crap about the job.
Yeah, but unhappy workers were the one that signed the dotted line.
They did.
I want to work here and I accept your pay.
That's true too.
That's true. But
that's true too.
But like you said, I agree.
Yeah.
If they're not paying enough money, they need to pay more. But it is no excuse if a person says, "I want to work here. I want to do this, and I promise I will do this, keep your hotel." I mean, hey, you got to do your job.
Yeah.
Irregardless of what, they don't pay enough. Well, you accepted the job.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't have to.
That's true too.
So
anyway. Greg says, since COVID, I can absolutely say that hotels and motels don't do housekeeping like they used to.
Yeah.
Vicky says customer service is awful everywhere. What else? There's some that I really wanted to get. These are the last few. Kelly says, I stayed in a hotel in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg. Good old Gatlinburg.
Around a month ago. It was called the Bel Air Hotel. It was far from Bel Air. More like the place, Hell Air.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
That was awful. That's awful. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad you told me.
Gatlinburg.
I thought they had nice stuff. Is that where them cabins be at?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, up in the mountains. Yeah. I believe Vicky says, I think the last hotel I stayed at was at the Horseshoe Casino years ago. She said, I haven't stayed at a hotel in years. Me either.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been like years for real.
Yeah.
Verdell says, worst hotel I ever had was in LA. It was it made some of the Lamar Avenue hotels look good. Oh my goodness.
Now that's terrible.
Oh man.
That's terrible.
I know Lamar Avenue.
Oh my goodness. Now we stayed at a hotel in Kansas, which was a single level hotel, but it was nice.
Yeah.
They served breakfast, the rooms were clean.
Breakfast was good. They had some good waffles.
Man, they were off the chain. But anyway,
let's see. Now, Vicky said this is something that's been taken over. People do this more than hotels now. Airbnb.
Yeah.
Now, Airbnb is basically like homes that people rent out.
Rent out their home. Yeah.
You go there, or a property that some people have bought.
Wait a minute, Josh. Didn't we do that one time?
I don't know. I
thought we did that at one point.
I don't think so.
Oh, we were looking at the home.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay.
But this is what I know. Like Airbnb, some of them where people live and they rent it out, or they just people that can afford it, they buy a property and they spruce it up.
Yeah.
To only be for Airbnb. Yeah. They don't live in it.
Right.
But they let multiple people can stay in Airbnb.
Like hotel.
Yeah, be like a own little mini resort or something.
Full kitchen, dishes, and all that. Everything's clean.
Yeah. Some of them have a pool. Some of them have like extra gaming room. Yeah. You know, because they can spruce it up how they want. So I could see how that's a better advantage than some of these hotels because you can't trust it. Now there's ain't no cleaning crew at the Airbnb. Like you gotta clean. You gotta not be can't be messy.
You go to bed at night, you get up next morning, you gotta clean yourself. But now here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that too well because the owners of that house or whatever you stay in, right?
Yeah.
They have the keys.
Yeah.
You don't know the owners.
Yeah.
They could be murderers. They could be crooks. While you're sleeping in the middle of the night, they have the key to. I'm just saying.
They're gonna come in and look at you sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good idea, but I don't think I would do that again. I just don't think.
That's been around for a while, so I ain't heard too many crazy things go down.
Yeah. Nashville, Tennessee, some of the best hotels I've stayed in Nashville. Very, very
That
nice.
is true.
Very nice. Yeah. And South Carolina. What's the name of that? It's Columbia. Is it Columbia? I forget the city.
Greenville?
Yeah. Huh?
Greenville?
Yeah, and Birmingham, Dallas, Little Rock.
See, some of that stuff that wasn't
Amarillo, Texas.
I wasn't in all those.
Amarillo, Texas, Gallup, New Mexico. Arizona. All those places, California, all those hotels.
Oh, Greg says most Airbnbs have cleaning teams. Now he said I have several of those as customers as well. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they probably hire a cleaning service to come do it. Okay. I think I would trust that better than housekeeping.
Yeah.
Like a cleaning company. That's what they do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I tell you what, there's a lot of good comments coming in. Keep it coming. We've got another discussion. Do you think we have time to go into that other topic?
Well, it's up to you, but I know the guest he's on hold right now.
He's on hold?
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to keep him on hold and then go to the another topic while he's on hold. And I tell you what, we're going to take a break here, a quick break, and we're coming back with our very special guest. You don't want to miss him. You don't. He's coming up, and he's coming up next. You're listening. Give me the music, please.
All right.
Give me the music. You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
And hey, we're right here on Facebook Live and YouTube. You can't find any better talk show anywhere else. The things that we talk about and give people opportunity to respond. All to the glory of God. Folks, we'll be back after this.
But before we go, I got to tout the best seasonings. Pastor, look, this guy's a friend of mine. His name is Bob Midget, and he owns a company called BJ's Barbecue and Sauces. You can reach him at bjsbarbecueandsauces.com. And I know you can cook now. You know Bob. Of course, you know Bob. Bob's living in Georgia now, and he's opened up a company. Man, I've tried his dry rub. I've tried his barbecue sauce. It is off the hook.
Well, I remember when he's out there.
Exactly. Bob's Country Barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, now he's showing you why his barbecue was so good because of the sauces and the dry rubs that he have on it. I use it every day.
Okay.
I put his dry rub on my eggs. That's how good it is.
Oh, that must be really good.
You remember Campbell's soup? Remember the commercial? It was good.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. I need you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com and order a box set of everything. He has hot sauce, he has barbecue sauce, he has dry rub. I'm telling you, he has mild sauce, he has hot sauce. All of it is delectable. It is bellissimo. And I want you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Again, bjbarbecueandsauces.com and at least order that barbecue and that dry rub. I'm telling you, you will throw all the rest of your seasonings away because it covers it all. I'm telling you the truth. bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Go to it right now, order it, and get the best seasonings that you've ever tasted in your life, because I tell you, it's good. All right.
All right, and welcome back to the show, Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
And it is now 8:56 in the Eastern Time, 7:56 in Memphis, Tennessee, in the Central Time Zone and other places. Hey, I tell you what, we're having a good time on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for all your comments, questions, and hey, about a stinking, dirty hotel. Who wants that? Anyway, welcome to the show again. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to our next special guest. And ladies and gentlemen, he is, speaking of Memphis, he is out of Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm telling you, folks, if you ever need great service, and we're going to talk about who he is and what he does when we introduce him here. If you ever need great service, and I believe this is a man that you can trust and that
provide some great catering.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the owner
of Sanders Catering.
Sanders Catering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sanders.
Odell Sanders.
Odell Sanders, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bishop Bob and Mr. Josh.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Mr. Sanders, you do a lot of work, we've noticed, in the Memphis area. I think you do work outside of Memphis and other surrounding cities as well. Is that correct?
Correct. Sanders, we at the city of Memphis, we go all the way to we will.
Okay.
Not sure why you just waiting. Yeah, it's skipping just like
okay,
but yeah,
right.
I guess we can.
Okay, Mr. Sanders, seems like we're having technical difficulties. Can you hear us? Yeah, we hear you. It's like you're skipping in and out there. We may have a difficulty. It may be something with the way you're coming in here. Let's see. I tell you what. You wanted to just call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I tell you what, Mr. Sanders, if you would just, what number you want him to call?
The same call-in number.
Okay, the call-in number is what? Give him the number of Mr. Odell. This number is what we'll just have you call in. You can talk.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's the number on the screen. 706-250-6252. And then we can get you in. I know it'll sound a lot better there.
Okay. You want me to call right now?
Yes, sir. Call us right back.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Odell Sanders of Sanders Catering in Memphis, Tennessee. Listen, folks, you need to listen to this. This is going to be very, very good and very something that everybody needs.
Well, yeah, and look, just keep it cool. Like he, I know I've heard him all the way when we were in Memphis as far as catering.
Yeah,
it's been around a long time. So I think we got him now on the phone, Mr. Sanders.
Yes, sir. I'm on the phone. Yes, sir. Mr. Josh. Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sanders, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Bishop Ball. Thank you, Josh, for having me.
Yeah. Hey, look, talk to us about Sanders Catering. Man, I mean, your name just, it sounds successful. Sanders Catering, and we've heard of you for some time and the business that you get. And, a lot of people around there maybe don't know about you, and a lot of people do know about you and the service that you give. Talk to us about Sanders Catering. How long ago did you start this, and what gave you the name?
Sanders Catering. I started Sanders Catering at age 29 in 1988. Been in business this year for 37 years.
Oh, wow.
We are off-premise catering company, which we bring the food and people together. We go in all type of venues, from church facilities to banquet halls to corporate feeding, lunch, breakfast, pharmaceuticals, what we call the legal drug pushers, that we get food to the doctor's office. We call them the legal drug pushers.
Yeah, the legal ones, yes, sir.
To get the medicine. And actually, Sanders is my last name. That's what I put on the company. It wasn't that it had to be on the company, but I have been working in the food industry for 52 years. I have operated around hotels. That's my background. Used to travel with hotels, some of the finest hotels in the country.
Wow.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So Sanders Catering has been around for a long time.
Yes, sir. I started in 1988 at age 29. I used to live in Dallas, Texas. I moved back to Memphis, and I moved back to Memphis when Memphis was a ghost town. In 1985, when we first built, actually I worked for the Lowe's Anatote on Simmons Freeway in Dallas, Texas, one of the fine hotels that's there, one of the 4 or 5 star hotels. And my boss, that was one of the big wheels. That was when downtown was a ghost town, and Holiday Inn wanted to build that hotel that they sold. That was the Sheraton. They built it from the ground. It was the Holiday Inn Crown Plaza And my boss found out that I was from Memphis, Tennessee, and I wasn't looking to come back then. And he taught me to get back in there to operate with it.
Wow.
Sanders Catering, Mr. Odell Sanders is our special guest. Since 1988 is when you started, and it's 2021. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Okay. I just wanted to get it for a quick second with something, but because one thing I wanted to hit on, what you were just talking about. So when you were working for these hotels, do you think that's where you kind of got how to do certain things when it comes to catering? And was it always a plan that at some point you wanted to have your own catering business when you were working for these hotels? Was that kind of an inspiration for you?
Well, yeah. Well, when I traveled in hotels, I was around a variety of individuals and working in hotels in management, and everybody that I was around, they had their own business. And when I got to Dallas, Texas, and was at one of the top hotels, besides there are some other ones, the Loeb's Hotel, which I worked for Trammell Crow, a big real estate operation that owned Loeb's luxury hotels. Well, I always wanted to try my hand into business. I know I can do it, and I said, well, if I did it, I didn't want to stay in Dallas because the cost of living in Dallas was high. So I moved back to Memphis because at the time, Memphis was a ghost town, and I gave myself 10 years from the standpoint that I can just fumble and play with it. And went from there from that standpoint.
Now, you are 2021, you were expertise, you say, the top Memphis caterer. Talk to us about that, and how did you feel when you became or got that award or reward or whatever recognition of that?
Well, one of the deals with that, I was my company was selected back in the other there was two. You talking about the one that's on my site? That comes back. They do analysis on companies where they make sure and check that they are following various procedures and treating their clients right, and not running off with the money and all that different stuff. But my company back in 1993 won the prestigious award of the Memphis Business Journal. That is one of the highest awards. That's one of the highest awards in the city of Memphis. And there's only Americans that has got that award. I think Mr. Fred Jones got the Executive of the Year after I came along on that part, but I got it probably like somewhere in my 10th year of business, because I always pursued the corporate market, but it wasn't based on that. It was based on from the standpoint of doing business, and they also do a thorough record check and stuff. It's just they don't just give that award out every year. They give a Executive of the Year, they give a business top 1 to 25 employees. Then the step goes up to 50 or so to 100 employees, and they go up to 100 to 500 employees. So I've been fortunate enough to be blessed to receive some of those recognitions. That's besides the Black Business Association, New Business of the Year, Service of the Business of the Year, and many others.
Mr. Sanders, speaking of employment, you do this business. What do you do when you cater? Is it some people cater, they cook all the food, they buy the food, when they charge people, whatever the case. What do you do here? And then you have to set it up and all us. Talk to us about that. Setting all the stuff up, getting the food. What is the process of you doing this? Because there's a lot of people that say this man does a great job. And how do you do all this?
Well, catering is a logistic Catering is a logistic business, and it's just like anything else. You got to be very coordinated and logistic. I mean, your food come in, wherever you buy it from, your vendors, your Hard and Cisco, Gordon Foods, Restaurant Depot, Costco, Sam, whoever got the best deal on it, whoever got the best properties on Brooks Road, they open up a place, whoever got the best deal after the pandemic, so things is up now in food. You do also too, you have to have a licensed commissary, or kitchen. We call it a commissary. That's our production operation that has to be licensed and inspected by the health department. Although you have many people cooking food, around town, which and it's all over the world. It's not all over, just Memphis. Is from the standpoint is you have to be inspected by the health department. The health department come in and inspect you. Now they do it 2 or 3 times a year, and then those reports is turned in now. And to make sure in cooking all that food and doing multiple events, you choose how you want to run your company. Some people may decide they just only want to do one event. We can do all kinds of events. I mean, meaning from the standpoint, like in a daytime, I mean, we can do 5 or 7 events. That can be from 10 people to somebody call us and ask to do 500. That's on that part. And all of it is about logistic coordinating and different stuff like that. And pool and how, from the standpoint, the next question may be, well, you're doing all of that. We have 2 types of services that we do. We have our corporate drop-off service. That's the drop-off delivery. You can call us. It don't have anything to do with service. We roll them on our trucks, bring it to you, set it up hot, and keep moving. Then we have the floor service. If you want us to dress up. And
okay, wait. Hold on a second. So you saying the drop-off delivery is that you bring the food so they can select different type of catering styles?
Yes, sir. We have a menu that people can order food off of. They can order. We have a breakfast menu, lunch menu, dinner menu, hors d'oeuvre menu, buffet menu, that people can order any type of food they want. If they don't want anything on our menu, they can give us the menu and we will give them the cost of whatever it costs to do the service for them.
Wow. So when you deliver the food to them, if they don't want you there to set it up, they just want you to get the food and bring it to them. So you just drop it off and then just leave.
And then they can set it up.
They can set it up the way they want to if they don't want your other part of your service.
Well, it's not like, when I mean the drop off, it is not like we just take some food and drop it off. It's just a different version of the full service. Our food commissary hot to you, and then we bring it to you. It's just a term of drop-off service. And some people do it different. We bring it to you and we drop it off and set it in our disposable wash safes that keep that food hot till you eat. You have your table set up and you got a cloth or whatever kind. It is set up with the disposable plates, cups, ice, cutlery, dressing for your salad or whatever it may be. And it's done. We don't have to go back. We don't go back and pick up anything. It's yours.
Oh, okay. And I love what I'm looking at, because I got some of it on the screen here where people can see the buffet layout and everything. I mean, this stuff's real classy, man. It's not just, and it looks good too. I mean, I'm just looking at the food. I got pictures of the green beans and like mac and cheese, corn, potatoes, all that stuff, man. And it's amazing. And what amazes me, like, you must have like a really good team to be that versatile. So basically, is it almost anything people can request that you feel like y'all can handle it?
Well, people, I mean, we have no problem. What menu a person give us, we give you a price and bill menu. If you don't want anything on our menus, that's a guide and standard menu. You give us your menu, and we will give you the price what it costs to fix your menu, and we will ask you which type of service. Do you need personnel to come with it, or you don't need personnel to come with it? And that's built on according to how you do. If you don't need personnel to come with it, then we just charge you a drop-off fee for bringing that to you, setting it up, and leaving. If you need if you need personnel, that's additional cost in charging personnel. And dealing with what we call our special event team, since I've been in hotels coming back from Texas and Memphis, it's more or less like I have a network of individuals that helps me out. They may have full-time jobs, and as the word that go around now, they say side hustles. I've been dealing with them for a long time, so I can call them up. If I got 1,000 people, I'll call them up and say, hey, can you work next Saturday? Can you do that? Go down my special event team list and get it and tap into the pool of some of the people that's in the network in the city. My brother is the food and beverage director of the Hilton Hotel up at Ridgeway today.
Oh, wow. Nice. Those some good connections to have when you're in a business like that. No doubt about it. He was the director of operation before they sold it. The company that he works for, I told my brother when I got out of it and started my business. He's been working with me since, I'm talking about in the hotels,
was the director of operations before they sold the Sheridan down there. The management company. He ran the whole entire Sheridan food banquet department up there with the events from 500, 200 to 5,000, 3,000.
Wow. So what's just out of curiosity, you may not even, I know you've done so many events, you may not even remember, but what do you think the biggest event that you remember doing? And I know there's a lot of years to cover. I'm sure it's a ton of huge events.
Well, no, my first event, my first, no event is bigger than the other. I really don't concentrate on the somebody ordering. When I mean concentrate, I don't put so much of focus on the event got to be big, because we live by what we say is we love our bread and butter. The bread and butter is the business that come every day. If you order 10 people Monday through Friday, that's our hot breakfast cook. We do not cook food overnight, warm up anything. That's if your breakfast, if you order a hot breakfast, eggs, bacon, grits, sausage, and you want it at 7 o'clock, that means that our cook is in the commissary and they cooking it. It's red hot. It's red hot. Nothing is cooked over. No breakfast, no lunch food, no dinner food. None of it is cooked overnight and reheat. We don't reheat anything.
So what we requested for that next morning, you were there and your crew, and then whatever you do, that food is cooked hot before it's brought to me, and I'm eating everything fresh, no microwave.
That is correct. Nothing is cooked overnight, reheat or nothing like that at all. That food is cooked. That food is cooked on that day. The only thing it is what we look at is from the standpoint, the prepping part, if it's 10 people, chefs them can do that. I mean, they come in and do that with their eyes closed. But, the largest size of the group, they probably prep it a day. So a day prepping means like crack the eggs, put the bacon on the sheet pan and everything, put it in the refrigerator, and come in the next day and what we call 5:30 in the convention ovens and cook it.
How much advance do people have to give you, or notice they have to give you in order to get your catering service? How much notice that they and they say that, well, regardless of how many people they need, how much notice do they need to give you?
If a person, for instance, like today is Friday, and let's say before 5 o'clock, if somebody wanted something for 50 people or 100 people, we'll go out the way. That may charge you a little bit more, but we'll go out as long as it don't meet that mark before 5 o'clock. If you're trying to turn something and you got delayed or somebody mishandled it or something or whatever, sometimes that happens, and you want us to do something for 200 to 500 people, and let's say you need it tomorrow, we'll, as they say, we'll await, but we'll we'll charge you for the wait. We'll turn it. We will turn it. It's just based on you. And sometimes some people get in a crunch and they don't know what to do, and they say, hey, we don't care, as long as you can have it here for us, we'll turn it for you on that part right there. So a day's notice on regular stuff like that. If it's somewhere 1,000 people or something like that, it's not going to be a day. It's not going to be a day's notice. Listen, you want to pay for it for a day's notice, and we will turn it for you.
You mean, am I hearing this right? For that many people or whatever, 500, 100, 600, whatever, a day's notice. Am I hearing you right?
I'm saying if you want it bad enough to pay for it, we will turn that for you.
Okay,
nice.
But the notice they have to give you is how much notice before if they got a big meal? Did you say that? I didn't. I missed it.
Right. Yes, sir, Bishop Bob. If they have those numbers from, let's say, from 200 to 500 to 1,000, that falls in our regular. That falls in just our regular 48-hour notice or something like that. But most people that may be considering something like that, it's very rare that they will call on the spur of the moment. Listen, they had a breakdown, or somebody they thought that they had, and they're in a crunch. Well, by them being in a crunch, and they needed that particular time. They may back their time down for when they eating it because they may have a boss in from out of town and they got to have it. They don't care what it is on that part. It's our job. It's our job to prep that food that the day before and have it there. That's all they want.
So, is it often that you get that type of request?
Very, very rare, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. We call those type of requests a blessing in the sky. So some, because they want it, and they want it, and we put it together. We just bring the team together, like I said, from other people that help you in the prepping, from the bread to put the meat on the pan, for the chef and the cook on it. It may be an all-nighter. I mean, from the prep, boom, they stay right there at the place right there, sleep in the place, get up that next morning, sleeping in the commissary, what I'm saying, get up next morning and roll it.
That's what I'm talking.
We're talking to Mr. Odell Sanders.
Big time.
He's the founder, owner, and everything at Odell at Sanders Catering right there in Memphis, Tennessee. And if you need something down in Whitehaven, or you need it down in South Haven, if you need, I guess, Little Rock, will you go to Little Rock?
We have canned stuff to Little Rock for drug reps, but when we go out of town, normally, what I call it out of town, we going in that 200 miles radius. We have a volume enough to go from that standpoint. We do have stuff, like I say, it all depends on the person. If the person wanted to get that food there for their client or whomever it may be, they will pay for it to get there. Like I got a client, they route may change, especially the drugs reps and stuff. Clients that go down to Batesville, Mississippi. I mean, we could take them down there for him last week. He won't nothing in Batesville. He said, no. Y'all bring my stuff down there. Well, they don't care. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, Mr. Sanders, give a phone number real quick where people can, we're not through interviewing you, but to let the people know how they can contact you if they need to contact you and that type of thing.
Our office number is 901-372-2631. Also, you can access our website and look at everything that what I share, which is sanderscatering.com. I mean, it's easy. It has the breakfast, lunch, dinner buffet, hors d'oeuvres. That's on there on that pod right there. And we have a price bar on our breakfast and lunch menu, meaning the more you buy, the less you pay. Like it falls in categories on that dealing with lunch and breakfast is because we do corporate catering and stuff like that, candid in the office and stuff like that for meetings and stuff. So and no job is too small. Our minimum Monday through Fridays on our website on those menus on the breakfast and lunch is 10 people. You can get a hot breakfast, hot lunch for 10 people.
Really?
If you're trying to one good way to impress your clients, same way as the pharmaceutical reps and other people we recommend. If you want to impress your clients, you're trying to close a deal with them, and they ain't got number 10 or 15 people. Buy them a hot lunch. I mean, you buy them a hot lunch or a hot breakfast, and you will close the deal and sell because many people don't use that avenue to build business.
That's true.
Mr. Sanders, you mean tell me that somebody can call you and they only want 15 lunches?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir. It's on my menu. Yes, sir. If they want a hot meal for 15 people, they'll get a salad on my hot meal or lunch buffet menu. You get a salad. You get 2 vegetables. You get a meat. You get rolls. You get dessert, and you get your choice of both sweet tea, lemonade, and unsweet. If you want all 3, we give you all 3.
Man, I am too far away for you to be talking that good. So,
man,
sometimes when you hear people talk about catering service, most people in their minds think, Mr. Odell, they would think, okay, catering means a large number of people only. But what you're doing, if 10, sizes. 15 people, I've never heard of that. That you will fix lunches or whatever they need and get it to them.
Now I throw this out because I have his website up on the screen for people can see. But I see one thing what you was just talking about, breakfast buffet, 10 to 19 people is $20, 40 cents. 20 to 34 people, so there's price ranges depending on how many people. And the higher, like you said earlier, the higher the amount of people, the lower the price goes.
Wow.
So yeah.
So Mr. Odell Sanders, catering Sanders Catering out of Memphis, Tennessee. We're talking to corporate lunching. Explain this to us as we go down the line here. It says corporate lunching. Real briefly, real quick, what is that?
Corporate lunches is just when we talk about corporate, you have two sides of catering. You got the corporate catering, you got the social catering.
Mm-hmm.
The social catering falls up under anything like weddings, family reunions, anniversaries of any kind,
Mm-hmm.
repast. We do a lot of repasts when folks die, and people at some churches or some places they don't get it, and the elder people now get tired. They have been getting tired of fixing the food,
Mm-hmm.
so they all the caterers fix the food and bring it there to church.
There you go.
So,
Yes, sir.
corporate catering do with the commercial side of corporations. For instance, you have corporations that they're having luncheon meetings, training, safety meetings, anything like that. They will order food for their people and different stuff. So you have a lot of corporations that does that. That's what corporate catering is.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast meetings. What is that? Just when people they want breakfast and several people, a lot of people there, and they are having a breakfast meeting and they want breakfast for them, or explain to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, normally sometimes you have companies. They get both. I mean, they may have it where they are having a meeting pretty much all day to almost time to go home. So therefore, they order breakfast. Their breakfast could be continental breakfast that we have, which is juice, Danish, and pastries and stuff like that, and hot coffee. Order lunch. They order lunch with it. So that's breakfast and lunch you done did for that one company, and you're through for the day. Yeah, you're through for the day.
And
let me say this, after y'all. Now I know some people, Mr. Odell, they would say, okay, Danish, juice, coffee, milk. That sounds nice. But some people may be thinking, man, you break bacon and eggs, French toast.
I guess it depends on the style of breakfast.
I mean, what about that?
Yeah, that's our hot buffet. That's our hot buffet menu you describing with the oven roast potatoes, the grits casserole, which in the terms of Michigan is called cheese grits.
Yeah.
Scrambled.
Oh gosh.
Now that goes with it and stuff. That's the hot breakfast buffet, and people order that too. I mean, those are two that they order. We have other stuff on there too, but people order those things like that.
And I know,
ahead,
but one thing that's interesting to me, I was just looking at. I know, but I was about to get to it. There was the butler style service. Now that sounds really cool. So what does all that entail when you ask for butler style?
Yeah, and how do you dress? Is there a different way you dress? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different way. Yeah, there is a different way you dress. I mean, it's dealing with regular daily Monday through Friday from the morning time, what we call morning time breakfast, lunch, down there towards maybe like, let's say 4:00. But see, normally, like I said, catering is a logistic standpoint. It's kind of like a manufacturer, breakfast and lunch. When breakfast and lunch is done, if we don't have them in the afternoon, it's over with from that standpoint. But if it's three things going in that day just for that one individual or someone else that's on that part, it could be breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a reception going from somewhere else, going someplace else. All these entities can be going someplace else, not going to the same place. It could be going to four different locations.
Okay.
It's not all that all of the food all the time going. The breakfast and lunch going to the same place. It could be going to 4 different locations.
Yeah,
that's from that. And then butler style service, it's more of a formal service if somebody want to show out. And I use the word show out meaning, they could be trying to impress somebody. And butler style more or less of where stuff is passed on trays. Yes, we're a little bit more fancy formal in that. I mean, we're uniform anyway when it comes to doing the social catering on that part. We're uniform. Yeah, we're nicely dressed on that part right there.
So you're saying that I don't know. Are you saying that You in the regular breakfast, you will just dress regularly and serve whatever uniform. Then when you do a big time formal catering breakfast, you may wear a tuxedo, or I'm just asking, a suit or something.
Yes, sir. You're exactly right. We have people in tuxedos and also two vests, black pants, white shirt. Yes, sir.
Wow, man, that is awesome. That is awesome.
What occasion may be in the daytime, in the morning time, or something could just be our regular polo shirts with Sanders Catering on our logo colors and stuff that's on our shirts, or black shirts. I mean, black pants, white shirt, red bow tie that goes with our logo and stuff like that too.
Man, I tell you what, you're doing it big time, brother.
Yeah, that's why they're award winning right there.
Yeah, that's why. No wonder you're winning all the time.
Thank you. But the main focus on is like not so much the size, it's just the key thing to focus on what people like to see a lot of times, which is the smaller things. Is people don't be nice to people. We focus on that. I've been focused on that for the longest. I learned that in corporate from the standpoint. A lot of times you can go places. It don't hurt to be kind. And my guys and gals, sometimes they come in on call. I mean, they can take some of 10 people, depending on how that person feels today, because they're being courteous. I mean, they may give them a tip. It's not required. They may give them $50, $100, $5. But see, kindness and being nice and yes sir and no ma'am carries you a long way. I'm a yes sir, no ma'am. Although I'm 65 years old, I was trained in the service industry, and from home that it doesn't hurt.
Right. Okay, Mr. Sanders, man, there's so many things we can go through. Wedding receptions, my goodness, you do wedding receptions, church banquets, meals following the funeral, like you said, repast, safety meetings. What is that?
Safety meetings is where you have warehouses. They're still corporations. Give you an example, like let's say Williams-Sonoma. Okay, Williams-Sonoma, they may award their employees for not having safety violations. We do catering. We do catering for when they don't have safety violations for Flintcoat, the construction company in town. When those guys building and they don't have violations, well, they reward them by having big lunches on the grounds, right? And also to give them monetary and different other stuff for not having violations. Violation can cost you more than a meal. So they have them. So a lot of construction companies as well as corporations, they reward their employees monthly or semi-monthly, whatnot, or quarterly, when they do not also to do violations. We also do. I mean, we have a company that we've been dealing with a long time, as well as others. We care food as close as 1 o'clock in the morning. If you want it, we'll bring it to you.
Wow.
It's just we have a company that can't get anybody. 50 companies can't get anybody to bring food. I mean, they can get food. They can get food, but the food we bring, they can't get, because they can get pizzas, they can get food boxed up, and people will eat that. But when you cooking it and bring it to them hot and set it up, and the management serve it on that part right there, you spoil them, and they like that.
Your service area include Memphis, Collierville, Germantown, Cordova, Bartlett, Oakland, Arlington, Lakeland, Millington, and it goes Otoka, Covington, Munford, South Haven, Mississippi, Olive Branch, West Memphis, Marion, and all other outlying areas around the Memphis, Tennessee area. Now, all of these people, they contact you and you go out to those areas. Now, give us a number again where these people can contact you for catering.
Our office number again is 901-372-2631. And you can also go to our website at sanderscatering.com, where all the menus at. And I'm be happy to answer the question.
Yeah, give that number again. I think you got cut out again. And a part of that number.
Our number again is 901-372-2631. That's 901-372-2631. 2631, and our website is sanderscatering.com.
And your hours of operation are what, 9?
Yes, sir. Our operation hours is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, now
Monday through Friday office.
Your location is that the location 7195 Highway 64?
My location is 7195 Highway 64, right down the street from Oak Grove Baptist Church.
Okay, now let me ask you this before we let you go. People eat all kinds of food. And
right.
you said succulent. You used the word succulent in there. People like to hear that type of stuff, and the way you talking tonight, man, it's making a lot of people hungry. Let me ask you this. We have all kinds of people. People eat from steaks, lobster, shrimp, and all kinds of stuff, man. Let me ask you this question. Have you had people, or will you serve or prepare foods like collard greens, pig feet, oxtails, ham hocks, and all of that stuff, man?
Yeah.
Do you that's soul food type of food? That's what some people call it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you have other. What we do is we let the soul food restaurant do that. We unfortunately we don't cook chillings, we don't cook pig feet, we don't cook hog maws, anything like that. Greens. We don't get in that part of it at all in dealing with that client base and people. They don't request that. I mean, that's more or less like if somebody coming to a soul food place and they cooking chillings on Fridays and they want it. And they say, well, we got chillings every Friday, this Friday till it run out, and that's different. But we don't cook that part there. For people wanting whatever they want, shrimp, tenderloins, shrimp. That's never no big deal if people want to buy it and pay for it. Lobster, no big deal. That's specialty item. We'll cook anything on that form if they want it on that part. It's just on them, but we don't. It's on them, but we don't cook that. We don't, and we haven't really, believe it or not, it's not because of us. We haven't really had requests for people that asking us about pig ears, pigtails, pig feet, chillings, and different stuff. And if they do, I have other partners that I can refer to. Some of my friends in the soul food restaurant business that I do say, if you want a good pig feet, hog maws and stuff like that, I got somebody can do it for you. This is what they do every day.
Yeah.
They do it every day, and they got on their menu on it every day.
Well, that's good to have people to refer to other businesses, and that's kind of like being a helper to other business. That's a good thing to do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Our guest tonight has been Mr. Odell Sanders, and he is the founder operator of Sanders Catering, an award-winning catering service in the Memphis, Tennessee area. And anybody from around the Memphis, Little Rock, whatever else, I guess Jackson, Tennessee, that's close enough, ain't it? Areas. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's we're going into those areas. It's just the number, the volume of the people that they order. We won't go in those areas and take 10 people, 15 people, or 20 people. But we'll go in there if they got some that's worth 200 people, maybe 150. Because what we do when we go outside of what we call the loop, the Mid-South, DeSoto County, all that branch going on down there, the Bahia and different stuff like that. When we go to Jackson, Tennessee and stuff like that, we have a minimum amount that a person has to buy for us to drive up there.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense. And hey, they can contact you. Give the phone number again, Mr. Odell Sanders.
The phone number is 901-372-2631.
901-372-2631, folks. If you want some good food and catering service, and for somebody to be able to bring it to you, and it's cooked in excellence and award-winning company, it's just not somebody just trying to do something. This man has won awards. He's well known. People have recognized catering service and services there, and so you're not just talking about somebody that just come up overnight trying to do something. This man has done it. He's been there, and he's had awards for it, and everybody recognizes what he does and its excellence. And that's what it needs to be, in excellence. And so we're delighted and honored to have you on the show today, Mr. Odell Sanders, an award-winning caterer right there in Memphis, Tennessee. And the phone number that you can call, you can call him at 901-372-2631. And they can go to your website, Mr. Sanders, and what is that again?
SandersCatering.com.
SandersCatering.com, and you can go there and find out all the information. And man, I am so delighted and honored to have you on tonight, Mr. Odell Sanders Catering, right there in Memphis, Tennessee. Folks, you need to give him a call, look him up, and they will give you the best service that you ever had, or you probably will ever have, right there. And from listening to him and knowing and hearing about him, is nothing but good news about Sanders Catering, right there in Memphis, Tennessee, and how he delivers and set up and that type of thing. Mr. Odell Sanders Catering, it's been an honor to have you on tonight, and thanks for joining us on Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh.
I thank y'all also, Bob and Mr. Josh, for inviting me on. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, that'll do it right there, Josh. Wow, you're talking about some good service there. And
man.
so, hey, so there's folks, go out and call this guy and check him out, and good service for whatever occasion you may need. He can give you an answer to what they can do, what the price is going to be. And that, like you said, a lot of people don't want to cook anymore. They get together and they want companies like this to bring the food, have it set up, have it cooked, prepared for them. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight, Josh, and we may have another show coming up soon. You never know, folks. We thank you for being on the show tonight and hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again next time for another edition of Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday evening and your weekend.
Before we go, I got to tout the best seasonings. Pastor, look, this guy's a friend of mine. His name is Bob Midget, and he owns a company called BJ's Barbecue and Sauces. You can reach him at bjsbarbecueandsauces.com. And I know you can cook now. You know Bob, of course. You know Bob. Yeah, Bob's living in Georgia now, and he's opened up a company. Man, I've tried his dry rub. I've tried his barbecue sauce. It is off the hook.
Well, I remember when he's out there.
Exactly. Bob's Country Barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, now he's showing you why his barbecue was so good because of the sauces and the dry rubs that he have on it. I use it every day. Okay. I put his dry rub on my eggs. That's how good it is.
Oh, that must be really good.
You remember Campbell's soup? Remember the commercial? It was good.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. I need you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com and order a box set of everything. He has hot sauce, he has barbecue sauce, he has dry rub. I'm telling you, he has mild sauce, he has hot sauce. All of it is delectable. It is bellissimo. And I want you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Again, bjbarbecueandsauces.com and at least order that barbecue and that dry rub. I'm telling you, you will throw all the rest of your seasonings away because it covers it all. I'm telling you the truth. BJ Barbecue and Sauces.com. Go to it right now, order it, and get the best seasonings that you've ever tasted in your life. Because I tell you, it's good.